welcome to Cars, Shops, and Collections. I appreciate you watching the show. Subscribe, give it a thumbs up. I would appreciate it. Now today we are doing Mopar. Not this one. We're going Dodge Charger. We're going Generation 2, Year 2, 1969 Dodge Charger RT. Let's go check it out. Come on. Whoa. Before we get to the car, we're going to go see. Turn to your right. Look at this thing. People get creative, man. That's what I love about cars. People get so creative. This neighborhood, it's a gold mine. Well, hold on. We have another one up here. Look at this station wagon up here. We just drive around all afternoon in this neighborhood. It's a classic right there. My parents had one of those when I was a kid. All right, now we're gonna go see what we're supposed to see. 1969 Dodge Charger RT, Generation 2. All right, here it is. Right over there. Shall we? All right. We found the house. Garage door is open. You can see kind of the corner of it. Can you see it yet? Can you see it yet? Can you see it? Can you see it? There it is. 1969 Dodge Charger RT. Jan's the owner. I'm assuming he's got to be home because the garage door is open. He knows we're coming. But first, look at this car. Look at the color. Look at the sparkle down here. Wow. This is American muscle right here. Hey, Jan, how's it going, man? I helped myself to your garage. I hope you don't mind.
Yeah.
Thanks for having us, man. I really appreciate it.
No worries, you're interrupting my landscaping.
Okay, it's a landscaping Saturday. This is a beautiful ride, man. I really appreciate you taking the time to show us your car today, man.
Yeah, I appreciate you coming by. Hi, my name's John. I'm the owner of this 1969 Dodge Charger.
I've been calling you Jan for the past 2 weeks.
You know, typos happen.
We met at a car show 2 weeks ago. I'm like, hey, Jan, can I come see your car? We're going to Jan's house. This is John, everybody, and he owns that awesome car. You see the sparkle. You see the sparkle that starts to pop. I love this. Well, John, thanks again, man, for having us. Tell me, what do you know about the car? When did you get it? How long have you had it?
So I've had it just under a year. When I first got it, I mean, it looked scary. I bought it based on some knowledge that obviously gained over the years owning several cars, but it was kind of a risk. From what I know about the car, this is a true example of a desert car. So, born in New Mexico with its first owner, second owner, I bought it from, owned it since about 2008.
Okay.
He took it through a restoration process at that point, not a frame off, however, well done to the point where I've had 3 or 4 experts look at it in the local Las Vegas area that own body shops and stuff, and they really couldn't find anything wrong with it. Physically, the body was fantastic, no rust throughout, but it needed mechanical love and it just needed polished back out.
Come around the side here, the front, Gene. I love, so this is Generation 2, and then the 68, you obviously had the hidden headlights. The 68 with the grille was straight across. 69, this is when you get the split. 70, it goes back to the full grille. But this is the one, to me, this is the iconic look, the split grille.
Yeah. You know, so many opinions, but it was my favorite as well. Hey, I can't say no to 69, right? That was just kind of where it was at for me. I also thought it would be funny to own this car as well as another car that's in the garage together. If you want to check that out, you're welcome to. That's the other popular one that pairs with this car because of the Fast and the Furious franchise.
Ah, okay, we have a surprise coming up here at the end. There's something too about the, I thought this was so interesting with the 69. So this is a very simple thing. With the door locks in the 68, they were back here in the 68, which is very close to the window, and people were able to pry the little gap open, pop the lock, and open the door. A lot of cars were being stolen. So in 69, they moved the lock about 8 inches up front, harder to get to, you can't break in. But for marketing reasons, they pitched it as a convenience. You don't have to turn around and lock the door. It's very easy to lock the door. I think that's a fun little fact about these Chargers.
Yeah, you know, they had so many variances throughout just their short 3 years. It's amazing how many options they had, little changes they made. It's quite insane.
And then you look at the taillights. 68 had the two round bolts, but I think the 68 taillights are really, really cool. 69, we get the longer ones, and same with 70 as well.
Yeah, 70, they come together in the middle here.
Okay.
So it's one continuous across. 69 has the split, so.
Can we see the interior?
Yeah.
All right, slide around.
Interior was mostly still original, with the exception of some seats that were swapped out of a 71, 72 Charger, from what I know. The original color you can see is in back, if that can be caught. It's a super dark olive green.
Oh,
so
yeah, wow.
The goal eventually is to actually stitch these together to match, and I'm going to do it in a nice bright red with probably a dark red stitching to kind of complement the paint job. Carpet will be redone. This dash is all new, Dakota digital gauges, all refreshed, painted plastics and all that fun stuff. The wiring was just completed before that last car show. So
Steering wheel original?
No, not original. You know, the original ones are about 2 or 3 inches bigger in circumference. They're monsters. Plus the styling I just like better. I love these old just wood style grain ones, but
yeah.
that's really a cheapie.
Because they had the special edition version of the Charger, which you would get the wood grain steering wheel and also the wood grain dash as well.
The other fun part I added, because you kind of have to with this car.
The classic 1969 Dukes of Hazzard generally, which is funny because the 68 Charger that's in a Bullet, Steve McQueen is chasing that one. 69, you have Dukes of Hazzard, and then 70 is in Fast and the Furious. Can we see under the hood?
Yeah. So the car was originally a 318 V8 car. Previous ownership decided to swap in the big block 440.
Whoa.
So to my knowledge, it's never been rebuilt. PER's as good as it goes. It starts and runs every time. I've never had a problem with it in a year. Obviously, I've done plenty of maintenance, upgraded everything, fixed some oil leaks here and there. Mechanically, it's where it should be. You know, there's always plans for more. Got to get the AC working again one of these days. I kind of took it apart for now until I really calibrate on what I want to do, but it's great.
It looks awesome. Can we go for a ride? Yeah. Let's go for a ride, and then I want to see what the surprise is in the garage. Perfect. This has got a nice smooth ride.
Yeah, so these cars were known for their smooth ride. They have a different suspension than most. They have a torsion spring suspension system, meaning you don't have your usual springs on each wheel. You have these tubular suspension pieces that connect to the wheels instead, and you can actually adjust this car on the ground using a bolt up or down in the front. So when you see these with a big rake, that's because someone's cranked that down and they want that muscle car rake, other than obviously wheels and stuff. But yeah, it's pretty interesting. So, but it makes it really kind of squishy.
Yeah. Now, the dash, you said you had some things redone here, down here. The ashtray, is this original? Because this is pristine.
Original. Guy restored it for me. Found a fantastic guy in town that owns his own shop. One of those guys that just does it. Doesn't even think about it. Doesn't even ask. He's like, I saw it. It needed done.
Beautiful.
Can't complain, right?
And then the 69, this was the last year that they had the key on the dash. And they moved to the steering wheel column. But I heard somewhere too that that's because of a federal mandate that you couldn't have them down here. I don't know if it was a federal mandate, but this was the last year.
Interesting. Yeah, I wouldn't have known that myself. I've seen that, but I didn't know it was federal mandate. Yeah, a lot of stuff took place from 67, 68, 69. Seat belts, you know, were ordered into cars. A whole bunch of stuff came in. The marker lights on the sides came in. Those weren't there before, so.
And this is, to me, Generation 2. When I think Charger, this is what I think. I think Generation 2, Generation 3, and it still had that look, the hidden headlights was an option. Generation 4, it's like your grandfather's luxury car, fast, but, and then Generation 5 was just, it was a hatchback in the 80s, it was nuts, and then 6 is kind of the one we know now.
Yep. Yep, it's gone through a lot.
It certainly has.
This one by far, I think, took champion, maybe largely because of a television series we all know about, but it's remained the most popular, so. I've always wanted one, you know, kind of that teenage dream, right?
Yes, oh yeah.
Grew up with that generation, 80s TV, so when I saw an opportunity, I kind of seized it. I felt like I got a great deal and just been fixing it up, making it a beauty ever since. When I found it, it was outside in Havasu, Arizona, undercover, but completely dusty. Just Havasu dust, right? rain spots. I mean, you know, he was taking care of it for the most part, but he did not care if it resided indoors, outdoors. And I couldn't even tell you the last time he washed it. So I've pulled out, you know, rat droppings. It had nests, all that kind of fun stuff. So we're getting her back up to par.
Well, when I noticed it at the car show a couple weeks ago, it's, I mean, the sparkle, it jumps out when you see it from a distance. And some cars, you know, the 20-yarders, they look really good from 20 yards away as you get closer and closer. Like, yours from across the field looked beautiful as I got closer and closer. The beauty still remained.
Yeah, actually one of these days, all I've done is hand buffed it. So I've never even actually had someone take a actual buff, like a polisher, you know, a professional detailer to it. So I'm sure we can get more out of it if we tried.
I'm telling you, this is the perfect way to spend a Saturday morning. John, thank you so much for showing us this art on wheels, is what we're gonna call it. But before we go, you said, so this was the Dodge Charger, Fast and the Furious was featured in it, 1970. You said you have something that ties into the Fast and the Furious in the garage?
I do, yeah. If anyone remembers the first film, I originally bought this car the car in the garage 3 years ago, and I've been sitting on it. It's way too nice to give up. And when I saw the potential for getting this, I laughed and said, oh, I gotta do that. Kind of like the horn, right? So here you have Brian's Supra from Fast and the Furious, and then Dom's Charger.
Yes!
Maybe not the exact trim, make, model, years, but
you have it, yeah. You've got Fast and the Furious in your garage.
yeah.
I love this, man.
Same thing with this one, just brought it back a lot.
Here's what's so funny though. I had blinders on. I come walking in and I see your Charger. I am so focused on that. I'm not even seeing this over here.
Yeah, this is the $100,000 car. That's the 60. So, you know, this one really.
That's great, man. We'll have to come back next time and take this one for a ride. Beautiful. Thanks again, man. Appreciate it, John. Thank you, man. Thank you so much.
If you want your car, shop, or collection, or even someone you know to be featured on the show, then shoot us an email at carshopsandcollections@gmail.com. That's carshopsandcollections@gmail.com. Thanks for watching, and be sure to subscribe so you don't miss any episodes of Cars, Shops, and Collections.